Oh hey guys, what's going on? Sean Don is back. In this video, I'm going to be going over my experience during my 5-day fast. If you haven't seen part 1 of this series yet, go check it out. I'll link it above, up there. Hopefully that's the right corner. Enjoy. Woke up this morning and weighed myself, 256.1 to 250.9. A little hungry, but I'm used to doing intermittent fasting. So tested my blood glucose and ketones. Blood glucose went up slightly from, it was 88 yesterday to 90 today. Probably doesn't even make a difference. And then blood ketones, same thing, dropped slightly. Went from 0.2 yesterday to 0.1 today. The real stuff is gonna start happening over the next 24, 48, 36 hours. Well, that makes sense because I said that in order. Well, I'm gonna go about my morning routine now. I'll end up going for about an hour-long walk to try to help kick off the whole fat burning process, I guess, and get more fat adapted and try to get ketone flaring up. So we'll see how that goes. Besides that, don't have much planned for today. Just trying to get some work done, do some things with my family. Holy shit, the fast is getting to me right now. It's been a long day. Got a lot of stuff done, did a lot of research on other diet topics and stuff that I need to learn before I can really go through this off-season diet the way that I want. And yeah, spent some time with my family, saw my niece. Yeah, walked around a bit. I had a little bit of hunger throughout the day. I think that's typical for me, or at least it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I can make it a solid 12, 18 hours without food, no problem. I can get over that. But as soon as I got back from all that stuff, it was like oh, I'm home now, I can eat, and that pattern that's reinforced is hard for me to break. You know, it's like as soon as I pulled in the driveway and the garage door opened, I was like, oh shit. I could almost feel like my digestive juice is just starting to flow. I'm holding strong. I don't feel, I guess I was a little tired today, a little fatigued, starting around noon, 1 o'clock, but I think that's just from jet lag and lack of sleep, honestly. A slight irritability, you know, once again, nothing too out of the ordinary. So I'm gonna go do a little bit more research and then getting a little foggy in the brain. I've been yawning like that for the past 6 hours. Jet lag's kicking my ass, so I'll keep you posted. Finishing up a morning walk on Thursday. Feeling decent, better than I was last night, that's for sure. Still a little fatigued, a little cloudy, but I would compare this to being no worse than, you know, like if I was overtrained or overreached in training, if I was under a hard training load. So yeah, not feeling too bad. Body weight's down to 247 and ketones are at 0.6 millimolar, so not quite at the therapeutic range yet, not quite in ketosis, getting there, but not quite. Blood sugar was down to, I think, 73. So once again, that's dropping. Hopefully by tomorrow, I will be up in the 1.2 range, hopefully, or at least over 1 ketones, and then down in the 60s for blood glucose. So keep on going, keep on chugging. I felt pretty good all day. Woke up and ketones were 1.3 millimolar, so like a light nutritional ketosis, and I could tell I felt much better, had more energy sustained. I've been hungry a little bit all day long, but it's not terrible. The occasional grumble, but feeling pretty good. To go on like an hour-and-a-half walk just to try to do that last little bit to get kicked up into, you know, that very therapeutic ketone range. Try to get up into the 2.3s hopefully tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Blood glucose has been dropping too. That's at like 66. It was at 66 this morning. Yeah, just going for a walk. We'll update. Until next time. So it's day 5. Got like 3 more hours until I eat. Just weighed in and I am 240.6, which means I've lost 15 pounds on this diet, which is crazy. 16 almost, 15 and a half in 5 days. Definitely don't recommend anybody else do that to lose weight. This fast is more about the physical health effects, the gut health, autophagy, insulin sensitivity, that kind of stuff, more than it is about the weight loss. And yeah, definitely feeling a little tired now. Just last night hung out with some friends and today went on a hike. Feeling a little tired now. Still energy's good. Ketones were at like 3.3 this morning. 2.0 yesterday. I haven't done much logging over the past couple days because I've been in ketosis and things have been pretty consistent for the most part. Yeah, almost done with this motherfucking 5-day fast. Last night was probably the hardest night I've had when it comes to food cravings. I was with my buds watching some Ohio State football and they were eating buffalo chicken dip and pizza, and it was so hard not to eat, but I powered through and I'm feeling good, Here we have my first, I guess it's not technically a meal, but my first bit of sustenance in 5 days. Bone broth, mixed in some lemon and some apple cider vinegar and a little bit of cinnamon. I heard that's supposed to make it taste good. It's hot as fuck right now. I'll take it though, it tastes good. You definitely get a little bit of the meatiness. It's like a watered down broth, like a beef stock, watered down beef stock almost. Cinnamon definitely helps it out, the lemon helps it out. I can barely taste the apple cider vinegar, probably because I didn't put that much in. Oh man, but is that refreshing? Holy shit, is that good. Yeah, baby. About an hour and a half till I have my first meal. Cheers. In general, the first day wasn't too bad. The second day though, that was by far the worst. That's when I felt the most effects of not eating, because at that point you're kind of running out of your glucose and glycogen within your body, but your body hasn't yet started producing ketones, or if it has started producing ketones, it doesn't still quite know how to metabolize them. I would say that I felt mostly irritable, a little lightheaded, and my brain was a bit more foggy than usual. I found it hard to get work done, but still pushed through. And then I would say I even went through like what felt like a little bout of depression. I don't know if that was caused from not eating or what, but that cleared up by the evening. Walking outside and getting some sunlight. Maybe it was just from being in Ohio and there's not as much vitamin D going around and all that stuff. I don't know. And then like I think it was like around like 24 hours or like 36 or 48 hours fast. I don't know. Somewhere between the first and second day, I noticed that my sense of smell got like way better. And I don't know if this is because if it's like a fight or flight sort of response where like, you know, think back to the caveman days when you haven't eaten in a couple days, that sense of smell might kind of upregulate in an effort to help you find food. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because, or maybe it's like from removing those sort of inflammatory foods from my diet, whether it's gluten or dairy or whatever it is. Removing those foods from my diet kind of helped clear up my sinuses a little bit. I don't know. But we won't find out for another couple weeks here. And it's pretty much been the same for the rest of the fast too. And I think it's still mostly true now that I'm back to eating as well. You know, still keeping those kind of inflammatory foods out of my diet for the time being. Yeah, and then day 3, pretty much got back to normal. My ketones started to elevate to, like I said, that light nutritional ketogenic state or ketotic state. And yeah, like I said, felt more normal, had more energy, and honestly, I was able to get a lot done because I could, you know, like I said, my mind kind of clears up when I'm on that ketogenic diet. My brain's running on ketones as opposed to glucose. Thought process was a lot clearer, and staying focused was no problem. So that was really cool. Day 3 was good. The hardest day by far was day 4. I would say I spent like the first 3 days at home, so you know, I was pretty much laying around doing nothing besides doing like some research and getting some work done. So that made it easy. I wasn't very tempted to eat foods, or I wasn't distracted or you know, tempted in any way. But then like day 4, I decided to go hang out with my friends and watch the Ohio State football game, and that was by far my biggest test yet, because I was sitting there while they were eating pizza and buffalo chicken dip and drinking beer and all that stuff, and yeah, like I said, my sense of smell was like upregulated, so everything smelled even better than I think it normally would have. And yeah, that 4 to 5 hours I spent with my friends was like by far the hungriest I think I was during the fast as a whole. And it was really a test. It really made me reconsider everything that I'm doing, not only with the fast and with my diet, but like kind of like in life in general. I was like, why am I doing all this? What's the point? Blah blah blah. Kind of like a existential sort of life crisis. But nevertheless, I pushed through. I stayed steadfast, held my ground. I didn't break, I didn't eat anything. That was a really cool experience for me because it really reaffirmed why I'm doing all this and why I want to do this fast and this diet. And it really showed to me how serious I am about becoming the best version of myself and the best athlete I can be, and stuff like that. And then day 5 was probably the easiest. I woke up, went on a hike. Yeah, that lasted me through, I think I got back around like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. And then by the time I got home, I could start cooking and preparing all my food that I was going to break my fast with. So that was super easy, super easy. What do they say? It always gets darkest before the dawn or something like that. I don't know. Day 4 was hard. Day 5 was easy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching what it was like for me to go through that 5-day fast. Make sure to stay tuned for part 3 of this series, where I go over my results and interpret them for you guys. Once again, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again. Have a great day.